Precious, the girl with the dangerous beauty. Precious was born with a face so beautiful that it was deadly. The moment she came into the world, everyone who saw her face in the hospital died instantly. Doctors, nurses, and even visitors who came too close all dropped dead. The only people who survived were her parents, who loved her very much but were afraid of the curse she carried. As Precious grew older, her parents knew they had to protect her from others, and protect others from her. Her mother decided to teach her at home, so she wouldn't have to go outside. Precious was very smart. She read lots of books and solved difficult problems easily. But even though she was clever, she was lonely. She didn't have friends and never played outside like other kids. She could never show anyone her face. When she turned 18, her parents decided she should go to university. They couldn't hide her forever. To keep people safe, she wrapped her face in cloth so no one could see her beauty. Only her eyes were visible. She was very careful not to let her face be seen. At university, Precious was known for being very smart. She always passed her exams and finished her work early. Her teachers praised her, but she didn't care about the praise, she just wanted to avoid hurting anyone. Some students didn't understand why she covered her face. Rumors spread. Some said she had a scar. Others said she was strange. One of the meanest students was Amoka, a girl who liked to bully others and show off. She made fun of Precious all the time. One day, Amoka walked up to her in front of other students. "Why do you always cover your face? Are you hiding something ugly?" she asked, laughing. Precious looked at her calmly and replied, "You really don't want to see my real face?" "Oh, come on," Amoka said. "If you're not ugly, prove it." Precious shook her head. "I'm protecting you." Amoka laughed and kept teasing her every day. "If you're not scared, take that cloth off," she'd say. The other students laughed too, but Precious stayed quiet. She didn't want anyone to die. One day, Amoka stood in Precious's way. "Today's the day. Show us your face," she said. Precious looked her in the eyes and said, "If I show you, something bad will happen." But Amoka didn't believe her and kept calling her a coward. At the same school, there was a very popular and handsome boy named Jonathan. Every girl liked him, but he wasn't interested in dating. He just enjoyed the attention. Amoka, who always had mean ideas, thought of a plan. She went to Jonathan one day during lunch. "Hey," she said sweetly, "I need your help." Jonathan raised an eyebrow. "What now, Amoka?" "It's about that strange girl, Precious. I want you to pretend to be her friend. Get close to her. Then when she falls asleep, take off her face cover and take a picture." Jonathan frowned. "Why do you care about her?" "She thinks she's better than everyone." "I bet she's really ugly under that cloth," Amoka said. Jonathan didn't like the plan, but Amoka pressured him. He finally agreed. He started sitting near Precious during class and smiled at her. At first, she didn't trust him. Most people avoided her or made fun of her. But Jonathan seemed different. He didn't laugh at her. One day in the library, he sat beside her. "Hey, you're Precious." "Yes," she answered quietly. "I've seen you around. You seem interesting. I thought we could be friends." She was surprised. Nobody wanted to be her friend before. She asked, "Why do you want to be friends with me?" "Because you're smart and different," he said. Over the next few days, Jonathan kept talking to her. He walked with her, sat beside her, and gave her small gifts like chocolate or juice. Slowly, Precious began to trust him. She told him about her favorite books and how much she loved science. For the first time, she felt someone cared about her. One evening, Jonathan asked if he could study with her in her room. Precious agreed. She made tea for him, and while her back was turned, Jonathan poured a sleeping powder into her cup, just like Amoka told him. They talked for a while, then Precious said, I feel sleepy. You should rest, Jonathan replied, pretending to care. She lay down and quickly fell asleep. Jonathan waited. Then he slowly untied the cloth around her face. When he saw her face, he froze. She wasn't ugly, she was the most beautiful person he had ever seen. But her beauty was too strong, too magical. His chest tightened, his vision went dark, and he collapsed, dead. Precious woke up feeling dizzy. She saw her face covering on the floor and then saw Jonathan lying on the ground. She crawled to him and shook him. Jonathan, she whispered. But he didn't move. She began to cry. Soon, other students heard her crying and found Jonathan's body. They screamed. Security and police were called. When the officers came in, they found Precious sitting beside Jonathan with her face covered again. What happened here? One of them asked. Precious said quietly, he saw my face. That's all it takes. I didn't mean to hurt him. I warned everyone, but nobody believes me. The police didn't know what to think. After talking to her parents, they decided she wasn't a killer. She didn't mean to do it, one officer whispered to another. This is something else. They let Precious go. That night, as her parents hugged her, she cried. I don't want to hurt anyone else. Maybe I should stay away from people forever. Her mother sat beside her and said, you can't hide forever. I know it's hard, but you've come so far. You can't give up. But Mom, people stare at me. They don't understand. What if it happens again? I know you're scared, her mother said. But you can't let fear win. You're smart and strong. Don't let others define you. Precious wiped her tears. What about Amoka? She always bullies me. Focus on yourself, my dear. Let her talk. You're in control of your life. Precious nodded. I'll try, Mom. I don't want to hide anymore. Her mom hugged her tight. That's my girl. The next day, Precious returned to school, nervous but brave. In the library, she saw Amoka sitting with some girls. Amoka stood up and walked over. Well, look who's back. Did your rich parents pay the police to let you go? She said loudly. You're a monster. Precious tried to walk away, but Amoka kept talking. You think you're better than us because you have money. If not, you'd be in jail. Precious stopped and turned to her. At least I'm not like you, she said. You chase after every boy in school for attention. What does that make you? Amoka's face turned red. That's none of your business. You should be ashamed. You've been in this school for years and still haven't graduated. Maybe if you spend less time chasing boys and more time in class, you'd be done by now. Amoka was speechless for a moment, then said, You're just jealous because I'm popular and you're nothing. I'm not jealous, Precious said. I'm focused on my future, something you should try. Amoka turned and walked away, angry. A week later, a new boy named Daniel came to the school. He was tall, handsome, and had a kind smile. All the girls noticed him, including Amoka. She told her friends, I must have him. The next day, Amoka went up to him. Hi Daniel, I'm Amoka. I can help you get used to this place. But Daniel didn't even stop. He walked past her. Her friends laughed. He's just pretending, Amoka said. I'll win him over. But soon, Daniel began to notice Precious. He liked how kind and smart she was. She helped him with classwork, and they became good friends. Daniel's friends didn't understand why he spent time with her. She's weird, they said. Stay away from her. But Daniel didn't care. He liked her for who she was.